Hello everyone. So what happened? I'm quite speechless. South Africa lost the match by 101 runs. I mean losing match by 101 runs is acceptable in test format, not in ODI, not at all in T20 in internationals. It was completed dominance, hammering, what to say, no adjective can fit into that. Like such a lackluster performance, like a downward performance from South Africa, who showed so much promise in tests, ODIs. Like no one scored even 25 runs also. It was such a brutal batting display, like a downfall, I would say. No one took responsibility. Markram, as usual, is just a captain for the name of sake. But India, if we talk about India, Hardik Pandya impressed like half century when the team was in crisis. So let's talk about this match. So yes, in the panel we have got and Chatterjee, AyushShekhar, and down there is AnupKonnur sir, who still at Baravati Stadium. You have to go sir after some time for the next match as well. And then there's Harsha Pullur as well. So Ayan, first of all, you were quite sure that South Africa's track record in T20 internationals so the last 2 years isn't that much promising. You're spot on. Like no one took responsibility. Like they were at 40 orders for three. I'm talking about India. Like 130, 150, they should have restricted, but then it was Hardik Pandya show. Even Jitesh Sharma played some shots. But South Africa, the problems are more dead deep, I guess. Like the players, they are in not a good position because see, the dew was there. It wasn't a belter of a wicket, but it could have been. You could have scored runs, but no one took responsibility. That is the most concerning thing. Even Miller also failed, and the batting lineup is not that much strong. Like Rassi Van der Dussen is not playing. Don't know why he's not there. Klaasen has hang up his sports. He wants to play franchise cricket. Problems are there for South Africa.
Problems are plenty for South Africa. I mean, and especially in this T20 format. And I think we mentioned it yesterday in the preview that South Africa don't have a good T20 record, and it has been proved today why they are struggling in this shortest format of the game. Yes, they won a good toss. Yes, they bowled first. They started well. They put India in trouble. India did not bat well initially. They were in hot waters. I mean, the captain of the Indian cricket team and the vice captain of the Indian cricket team failed to get going. Even Abhishek Sharma, for a change, got a bit of a start, but then got out. It was quite India were in trouble, but there was one man who stood out today for India and rescued India from a very precarious position. He walked in when India was 78 for 4 in 11.4 overs, and South Africa were on top of the game, and he just counter-attacked South Africa, and that really shook them. I mean, Hardik Pandya was the difference between the two sides in the end to get India to a above par total or an above par total, because I felt the Cuttack pitch was not a belter of a pitch; it was a 160, 170 pitch, and I think India failed to assess it initially, but then Hardik assessed it and accordingly got them to 175, got good support from Shivam Dubey and Jitesh Sharma. They got to 175, but I still say South Africa bowled decently. Yes, they may have given 15, 20 above par towards the end, but the match was definitely on when we went to the interval, but the batting totally failed. I mean, come on. Nobody getting to 25. It was, I mean, Quinton de Kock got out early and then it was a procession. Nobody got going. Nobody looked settled in. Brevis
जो
somehow got to
था
22 by hitting shots.
2015 और 2022 में अधूरा रह गया था।
Harsh, just wait there. Yes, and you can continue.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so they just went hammer and tons. I mean, how how are they performing with the bat? It was a batting failure of the highest order. They just couldn't get going, and they just lost wickets in clusters. And once they lost wickets in clusters, they got a bit of a partnership here and there, and then again they lost wickets very quickly. I mean, it was just an abject batting performance. Nobody got going. David Miller failed, as he said. Nobody. I mean, and plus, I saw the batting lineup. They were batting so many. Where is Corbin Bosch? He's in the squad sitting there. Why is he not playing? He's not. He did so well in the one day internationals, finished games up against India twice almost. He's sitting in the bench. You're making Jansen at 7, Maharaj at 8. That means there's no batting. Look at India. They're batting till number 8. Jitesh Sharma came in at number 8. Whereas South Africa, the batting ends at number 6 or number 7. This is where the batting also they got the selection wrong. Everything went wrong. And that's where and it shows why they're struggling in T20 internationals. And they're going to struggle in this T20 series. They might make a comeback. T20 is a game of uncertainty. It's an unpredictable game. Anybody can beat anybody on the given day, and they, for all you know, they might come back and eat Chandigarh. But it's going to be really difficult. India got away with it today, despite a few players failing, and they're deserving 1-0. with a 1-0 lead. So that's my broad opinion on the game. India deserved the victory, but I mean, South Africa have a long way to go if they want to compete in the series. I'm not going to predict any series scoreline too early, but yeah, that is my point.
Yes, like a complete. We can't say it's an off day. Like off day also is got a good day. Like you perform, someone performs. Like a bowling day, bowling unit they did a good job, but also they have failed in the last 7 overs or so. So आयुष आपके पास आते हैं अभी, मतलब आप क्या कहोगे? हार्दिक पांड्या ने दिखा दिया है क्या कि मतलब कप्तानी किसे कहते हैं? मतलब बॉलिंग बैटिंग भी करो, बॉलिंग भी करो, मतलब जो आपका सो कॉल्ड प्रिंस है वो 2 गेंदों में आउट हो जाता है। सूर्य कुमार यादव भी दो कुछ बाउंड्री चला के आउट हो जाता है। मतलब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसके ऊपर आती है? रिंकू सिंह भी नहीं आपने लिया। मतलब लिटरली अगर हार्दिक पांड्या सपोज फेल हो जाता था तो ये 175 का टारगेट 130 140 मैक्सिमम हो जाता था, वो भी बहुत मुश्किल से होता था। हार्दिक पांड्या शोड लाइक व्हाट इज लाइक टू परफॉर्म लाइक अ लीडर, और वो भी इतना डाउन आके हाफ सेंचुरी मारना इज नॉट अ जोक। आप क्या कहोगे?
अ, आपको याद होगा, एशिया कप के टाइम पे उसको खिंचाव आ गया था, जिसके कारण वो बाहर चल रहा था। ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज भी उसने मिस की है, तो उसने कम बैक करके बता दिया। शुभमन गिल क्या किया, एक चौका मारने के बाद तुरंत वो विकेट फेंक के जाता है। सूर्य कुमार यादव पिछले कई समय से वो फ्लॉप ही चल रहा है। मुझे एक इनिंग बता दो आप जिसमें उसकी 50 आई हो। नेवर। तो आप आज का मैच अगर जीते हो तो थैंक यू बोलो हार्दिक पांड्या को, जिसके कारण आप जीत ही पाए, वरना आप कहीं नहीं थे। और रहा सवाल साउथ अफ्रीका की बैटिंग का, तो आज वो वैसे टच में लगे ही नहीं जैसे साउथ अफ्रीका जानी जाती है। एडन मार्क्रम मारने वाला प्लेयर है, स्टब्स वही है, ब्रेविस वही है, डिकॉक वही है, सब एक से बढ़कर एक पार हिटिंग करने वाले लोग हैं। तो आज वो लोग भी फ्लॉप नजर आए कुछ हद तक। आपके पास एक और स्पिनर था, जॉर्ज लिंडे। अगर ना पता हो किसी को उसके बारे में, तो ये वही बंदा है जो साउथ अफ्रीका और पाकिस्तान का जो मैच सीरीज हुआ था, T20I, उसमें उसके कंट्रीब्यूशन थे बैट से भी और बॉल से भी। उसको तो आपने आज बैठा दिया। तो आप देखो तो आपके पास स्पिनर था भी कौन? वो फरेरा, जो पार्ट टाइमर है, जो कभी कभार जिसको चार्ज अप करना चाहिए उसको भी आज आपने विकेट दे दिया। तो आप किसी तरह रोग आके आप पहुंचे हो ये रिस्पेक्टेबल टोटल तक, वरना अगर हार्दिक ना होता तो आज आप गए थे।
Yes, Hardik Pandya showed if you want to hear a bit more about Hardik Pandya, I would like to say he was the one T20 World Cup 2024 final over he bowled. He took the wicket of Miller, and then like all the talks were like he will be the next captain after Rohit stepped down and retired from the format. But out of from nowhere, Surya Kumar Yadav was named the successor, because it is assumed now. Like why I'm telling this, because even when Dhoni retired from international cricket from the tests and everything, he gives the recommendation. That recommendation is supposedly strong reports say Rohit wanted Surya Kumar Yadav as his successor, not Hardik Pandya, due to some what happened between Rohit and Hardik in MI camp during that 2024 edition. So you never know. Like Surya Kumar Yadav was made the captain, and we can see Surya Kumar Yadav's performance. He's not consistent, not by miles. If you look, like in 10 matches, he hardly scores in one innings. But today, Hardik Pandya showed like he's a team man. Also, in the post presentation, he was saying that I want to keep the team at the first place and everything. It was quite a good day for Indian cricket. 101 runs is a huge one. So, Harsha Pullur, what's your take on India's that flexible batting line? Because see, Akshar Patel is not a middle order batter. No, not at all. You have made him
Yeah.
a middle order batter. He just stayed there. Not at all a good score. He scored a run of ball, but he made sure no more wickets fell. Like this flexibility, like it means that India is missing out on a quality batter. What do you think? Like Rinku Singh should be there. Rinku Singh has a very good
Yeah.
track record. We are forgetting that Rinku Singh made India win a lot of matches. He started his journey in South Africa last 2 years ago in 2023. He has done a very good performances, but still Rinko Singh is completely ignored, not even into the squad. What's your take?
So basically, sir, you have said one thing like Rohit Sharma has given his captaincy to the Surya Kumar. So the basically I want to say that comparing to Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya, the stats says that Surya Kumar has very good captaincy. We can see the domestic matches. So like whereas Hardik Pandya can only perform with the bat and ball, not as good as captaincy compared to the Surya because Surya Kumar has very good percentage win percentages in every bilateral series and in domestic matches also. So that was the first reason to give captaincy to the Surya Kumar after Rohit Sharma. So second thing you have been asking me to about Rinku Singh. So Rinku Singh has performed so much, but the chances how much BCCI gave him to perform, but he performed well, but he have not proven his place in the team India. So Akshar Patel is a flexible player. We can send him number three or number four or number six, and can also send it as a talented batsman. He has a spin quality bowler. Like we can see today match at fifth over, they have given him a bowling. So he have taken in a first ball a wicket of Aaron Makram, which the batsman was been settled. He will be the clutch player if the situation comes to him. Like we can see in 2024 World Cup final, like everyone was getting out, like Rohit Sharma, Pant, and everyone. But Akshar Patel has become a crucial player there. He stood there and he built an innings, and he have been gone for the strokes like six and four. But in bowling, he has given so many runs, but he will make so much impact on the team. So that's why Akshar Patel is some upper hand on comparing to Rinku Singh. That's my take.
Yes, it's quite surprising that like Rinku Singh actually should have been a part of 2024 T20 World Cup campaign, but Shivam Dube took his place. Rinku was into the reserves list, and now even after that, he's not even in the squad. Like you never know this Indian selection panel how it works. It's quite a mystery. So like let's talk with now Anup sir. Like he's at the Baravati Stadium. Like we can see spectators slowly going away from the stadium. So Anup, so you covered the match, like you enjoyed, like I can see 1-1 victory is a huge one. But really, like India, even if they won, like the top order failed very badly, they failed. But still, Hardik Pandya, it was a brilliance, and also Shivam Dube scored some runs. Like, how would you rate this performance? Like, especially from the bowling unit, I would say, because everyone took a wicket. Like, it was like Arshdeep will bowl, he will take wicket. Hardik will bowl, he will take wicket. Varun Chakravarti will bowl. Everyone, like, it was like a merry day. Completely enjoy. You're going to take wickets. What's your take?
Yes, first of all, hello everyone. One amusing thing about our mentor Varad sir and the founder of the worldwide Varad sir is that even if India wins handsomely, he tries to find some negativity in India. I understand he doesn't like the Indian team so much, but saying so, I have some clarification. Like Harsha said, Akshar Patel, yes, he was sent in as a floater, but that's the job of Akshar Patel, as he has proven in the 2024 World Cup final that he was sent up the order when three top wickets fall, and then he scored a 47 runs, stitched a partnership with Virat Kohli that led India to a respectable around 170 total. Same total was there is 174 to 177 in the final. So Akshar Patel is a huge utility, and as he said, with the ball also, with his arm ball, he took the wicket on the first ball in the power play. On a pitch where dew was expected, but the spinner gripping the ball, it was very nice to see. So that's one thing. Second, regarding Shubman Gill, yes, there is speculations like because Surya at the presser said that we had given enough chances to Sanju Samson. He has not proved anything significant. So Sanju Samson is out of equation. So now it's now the question like Shubman Gill. How many chances will Team India give to Shubman Gill also? And second thing, Shubman Gill only today batted for the first and after that neck injury. So let's see how he perform. And somewhere I think Shubman Gill is confused about his role also because at the other end, Abhishek Sharma is the aggressor, but when Sanju Samson was starting the match, he was also equally to the level of Abhishek Sharma had given aggressive start. So Shubman Gill somewhat is a technical player, so somewhat he is confused with his role, like whether he has to stay calm and hold other end or he has to do all the aggressive route. Today also he had his first ball he faced to the boundary. But the second ball, it was a very good, clever mind of Lundi Ndidi who understood that the slower one on the change of space on the death will be effective. So Lundi Ndidi ball two deliveries, one to Surya Kumar Yadav, who also started well. He stole a boundary and his trademark sits. Surya also started well, but it was Lundi Ndidi's brilliance that his slower ball, the bowler outforced the batsman. It was not, and these two batters really, because Surya Kumar's bat phase was closed when he got out. So, yes, and about Surya Kumar Yadav, as sir, you are saying, under Surya Kumar Yadav, after 2024 World Cup, we have won almost all the bilateral series and lost only 4 matches out of 30 odd. And secondly, his captaincy record is like very good. And second thing is like as far as the team is winning, captain's performance doesn't matter as much because in 2011 World Cup also we knew the whole team was performing. Dhoni only performed in the final 91 runs, but still the team was winning. So the captain is as good as a team. So and as Surya Kumar also mentioned, yes, today top four failed in the batting order, but and so the below four to say yes, we are there in the batting order. Next match, the top will fire, the below will fail. It will happen. It's just a game of cricket. So nothing much to worry about at the moment for the team because Surya has been throwing runs consistently in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy as well. So he will have his time as well. So second, saying so, South Africa ball brilliantly, especially Lundi Ndidi. His change of space helped, but the problem what South Africa was Andrit Nortje coming back after the injury, but he is too pacey for the Indian pitches. Like जितने जोर से वो बॉल डालता है उतनी जोर से बॉल बाहर बैट से जाती है सो एंड्रिक नॉर्थिया वाज टू पेसी एंड सेकंड इज हार्दिक पांड्या what a return he first of all played the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, smashed 77 runs over there with the bat. And today he proved that India really means more than he is like a true all-rounder for Team India. With the batting, he scored 59 runs with 4 sixes and 4 6 boundaries. And with the ball, he took David Miller for the record 8 time in 15 innings. With as he means David Miller is his bunny, the bowling in the middle overs. So Hardik Pandya bowled beautifully, batted beautifully, true all-rounder. Word for Arshdeep Singh. Now, Arshdeep Singh is a different material in T20 cricket. To 100 with first Indian to reach 100 wickets in T20I. For today, he set another record like 47 wickets in the power play, tied with Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the. He did that swing in and out like Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the initial overs, and was the key bowler in 2024 World Cup alongside Bumrah. There, Bumrah overshadowed him with his performance. But today, Arshdeep Singh also proved that he is becoming a potent weapon. And this tactic of Gambhir using Arshdeep and Bumrah in the power play felt very good. And I hope Gambhir continues with these two bowlers as the key bowlers for India because Arshdeep has his knack of picking wickets in the power play as well. And he has proved in Australia also. Australia got one match he got the chance, he took 3 wickets. So Arshdeep is very potent. Bumrah, as usual, the only fifth bowler in the world to get 100 wickets in all the 3 formats. The absolute goat for India. He marks his return with it was like थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन था डिसीजन में whether it was a no ball or not up the wicket of
Yeah.
Dewald Braves, but still umpire gave it the out, so we consider it out. So he got 2 wickets in the over and they went to 101 ODI wicket. Hardik Pandya is one shot of 100 ODI with T20I wickets, which will happen in the next match as well, and it can happen in next match. So overall, clinical even Varun Chakravarti going for 12 runs in the first over. Going in for 12 runs in the first over. He came back, he bowled a wicket maiden and end with two wickets as well. So South African batters basically they didn't read the Indian spinners by hand also. And today there was no Kuldeep Yadav. It's nice that एवरीवन थिंक्स लाइक कुलदीप यादव तो चांस मिलना चाहिए, बट इट्स नाइस लाइक गंभीर भी सोच रहा होता कि एक कुलदीप यादव ऐसा पत्ता है कि उसको छुपाते रहते हैं और वर्ल्ड कप में उसको अनलिश कर देते, तो क्रुशियल मैचेस में उसको अनलिश किया जाए. So let's see how it goes. But overall, a complete team performance. Yes, the top order, the batters has to come out. But today, actually, we can say it was a clinical performance, and India brought the Barabatti curse. As in 2015, 2022, they lost to South Africa. They today they won. So hat-trick होने नहीं दी South Africa थी. And South Africa is really to lot of pounder, because for South Africa, Keshav Maharaj, if you see, he is टेस्ट में भी इतना फॉर्म में था नहीं. वो मार्तो एंसन और बाकी थे बॉलर्स थे, वजह से टेस्ट सीरीज जीते. वनडे में फर्स्ट मैच में बिठाया गया, और लेस्ट टू मैच में भी इतना तेशो महाराज इफेक्टिव नहीं रहा. और टुडे ऑल्सो ही वाज अ प्रीमियर स्पिनर, बट डोनोवन फरेरा, अ पार्ट टाइमर, टेक्स विकेट विथ अ फास्टर बॉल दैट इज 108 kilometers mph. But केशव महाराज goes wicketless. So it is a concern, because अब the main spinner है केशव महाराज, and yet he is not taking wickets on the Indian soil. So that's really worrying for South Africa. And as Ayan mentioned, where is Corbin Bosch? He is the true all-rounder. उसके ऑफ कटर्स ये सब काम आते थे आज के पिच पे, which was supporting the bowling. We hit the dead bowling and bowling with slower length. But no Corbin Bosch in the team. South Africa reduced their batting length, and Donovan Ferreira, he was out. And Dewar Brevis only one mantra: hit or get out. Dewar Brevis has no other shots in his city, like the ground cricket. Dewar Brevis never plays. So it was totally like a cat in the mouse game, and it was really fun watching that India really thrashed South Africa 101. Now next match is in one day's time. I want South Africa to fight back, because it's a four matches are still there. Let's this series be competitive. But 8 दिन में इतना फर्क पड़ेगा in the attitude, the training, the mental state of South Africa. It is hard to tell. Or where will there will also be changes in the, because Quinton de Kock Aden got out on death. So it's like the Rand Rippleton playing the ODI and the one left-hander going on death. That tradition continues in T20s also. At Quinton de Kock came and he went on a death. So let's see. He is also making a comeback. David Miller making a comeback. He went on one run. So experience didn't work today for South Africa. And Indian bowlers, everyone had their chance. Everyone had a piece of cake. Like Shivam Dubey also जाते जाते एक विकेट लेते चला गया. So it's a good outing for India. Hopefully they continue this same, because now they have only 9 matches remaining before the T20 World Cup. So let's see how India goes out from here. But they will be going to New Chandigarh on a high held on confidence. That's my take on the entire match.
Yes, like before concluding, I'm not against Indian cricket team. I'm just focusing on what happened in the game, because we should not forget, like Surya and so-called Prince Shubman Gill, they also felt like the vice captains and captain. They had a very dreadful start to this India's T20 summer. Like another 9 matches are there. But yes, South Africa, I think like they couldn't switch to the format, but that's not also actually the reason. They had the time. It's a complete different squad if you look. That there are similar faces if you look. Then so not only Babuma now don't bring in Babuma into the T20 national set. No. It will be too late. But now it's time for Eden Markham to take responsibility. If you look at Eden Markham's graph of scoring runs, no, he hasn't scored. He's just a captain who has been given the responsibility by the board and the selection panel, because other players are very much new. Only Markram is there. Even if you look at entire T20 World Cup 2024 performance of Markram, he didn't even score a half century in all the matches. Not at all, not even once. So that's another thing. And it's just a one-day game break. Like it's Indian Standard Time. It's now 10th of December. It's past midnight. So the next match is in 11. So we are going to have back-to-back games. So 5 matches. We can expect a comeback. Like Shukri Conrad, South Africa State coach should be very much unhappy, and we can expect some serious. Like he's a very strict guy, as much as I've known from the last 3 to 4 years. There might be a shift in the team dynamics. But this game they should have performed better, because what will happen? T20 World Cup is in similar conditions, exact conditions. We can say these defeats can haunt them. I'm telling you, it's going to be very tough World Cup for all the teams. It's not going to be, hey, come on, favorites South Africa said they will win it. No, no, no. It's not going to happen that way. But a good day for Indian cricket fans. The entire billion people are very happy. All of them will be very sleeping with a very good smile on their face, like India won. 101 run is a huge one. And yes, we will be covering the second match as well. But a quick prediction from my side: I think second match, I want South Africa to win this one, because if India wins it, then South Africa, it will quite tough for them to make a comeback. Want this to be a competitive series, like 2-all, 2-1, 2-all, then 3-2. Whoever wins, it's not the World Cup. You can lose, you can win, but it's important to fight. Fighting is important, is missing. And yes, one major development is very much around the corner. Just wait for a fortnight or a week or so, like the T20 World Cup broadcasters, our Geo Star, the merger, they might not broadcast it. Like there's a lot of things going on, like a lot of media reports are going to come. We will discuss about that in a separate video, but just telling you, if something is big is going to happen, it can really destroy cricket, because the global revenue comes from the viewership only. So it might be a huge bad hit to all the other nations, associate nations especially, even the likes of Sri Lanka, West Indies, New Zealand. They don't get the money. Like it's all of the big three: England, Australia, and India. So we'll talk about that in another video. Just wanted to give you an update. So thank you everyone. Ayush, Anup sir, Ayan, Chatterjee, and Harsha Pullur. So we'll be back in a very soon in a video of New Zealand versus West Indies. So thank you everyone.